Welcome to this week's episode, guys.
Lots in store this week. We've been having a bit of fun. Erica's borrowed a paddle board from a friend, so she's been out on that. That was fun. Even Foxy's enjoying that.
Well,
what else have we done?
I don't know if Fox likes it that much.
Well, I'm not sure anyway. We've also been helping friends out. They've taken over a restaurant, so they're doing some demolition and stuff like that. So we've been out there throwing sledgehammers around. And we've also got a big announcement to make during this video as well. Not so much an announcement, but we've got some ideas and we want some impact about what we're going to do with this boat. So we're going to put it out there and see what comes of it.
Yeah, and check out those underwater lights.
Yeah, so stay tuned, guys. I forgot about the underwater lights.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good episode. Stay tuned.
Hi, we are Erica and Davy, an adventurous, slightly crazy couple who has taken on the challenge of restoring a hurricane-damaged catamaran. It isn't easy, but we are seeing progress from all our hard work. Subscribe to our channel to follow our journey. You must tell yourself, no matter how hard it is or how hard it gets, I'm going to make it.
No. Stay.
What do you reckon, Fox? First time paddleboarding. You're going to bring a street back to the boat. What are we going to do? We're going to fall in again, Fox.
Okay. Center of balance, Fox.
Is somebody soggy?
What happened, Fox? Did we fall off the boat?
Did we fall off the boat? Did we fall into water?
Someone tried to jump to the dinghy and didn't quite make it. She's getting really, really confident with the dinghy. So every time I drop it in, she tries to jump to it, and it must have been a bit slippery on the side, and she didn't quite make it up the pontoon. And
She went poof.
she swam to the sugar scoop so we could pick her up.
Little soggy puppy dog.
Alrighty, guys, so what I've decided this morning is I'm finally going to actually wire up these underwater lights. So I've got one cable going, if you remember a few episodes back, one cable running down to the one on the port side, but I need to run a cable to the one on the starboard side. Also, I noticed from the dinghy yesterday that the underwater lights, you can just about see them in the right sun angle, and they're looking really, really cruddy. Obviously, these you're not allowed to actually put on any anti-foul onto them. Due to the fact that it can corrode the aluminium, so it says to just leave them as they are. But the growth here in Lupron is ridiculous, so I'm going to stick a camera underneath, have a quick look at what it looks like, and then clean it up. So obviously when I'm scraping it, I don't want to damage it, so I'm going to use something soft like a paint mixer or something like that. So let's go and have a little look and see what it looks like, and then let's wire these bad boys up and see if we get a good effect tonight. Alright, so that's those two all cleaned up. They're looking a lot better. I didn't jump in, I did it just from reaching down on the transom. So once we're in some cleaner water, I'll actually go and do it with some snorkeling equipment and make them perfect. For today's purposes, this should be fine. Next point of job, what I need to do is run that cable I was mentioning. So I need to get it from the back of the nav station here, come down the side of the fridge. And there's like a gutter here, if you will. So I'm going to need to pull it through there. So I'll have to take the sides off the refrigerator and the back of the sink and the galley. And then from there, I will then be able to, well, I'll probably do it from the inside. I should be able to throw the cable over. Inside here is where the fuel tank is. And then it goes down and towards that engine room over there where the connections are. So wish me luck. I'm going to find a bit of cable and let's see if we can get some of these cables through. This is always the pain of a job on any type of electrical work on a boat. Woohoo, that's dirty.
Dusty.
Dirty, dusty, moldy, dusty, dirty. Everything dirty. Very dirty. Alright, so I got the shot back out. There's another test for the bluety. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to fire this one up. So this area back here, to be honest, that's a panel I haven't taken off since we did all the work in the boatyard. And that's an area that got full of dust. So, anyway, bear with me a minute before I start throwing these cables. I want to clean up first. Alright, so I managed to get one of the parts of the cable behind the galley and through to the fuel tank. So I should be able to get that one through, not too difficult from there. But this is the one that I'm worried about, is getting it through this little gully here. I'm going to give it a couple more tries of pushing it through, but I've done this before and it gets stuck. But I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt of just trying. And if that doesn't work, then I have to go back to, back to the bedroom on the port side and take the wall off again. So anyway, as Eric is saying in the background, no! Yeah, I'm trying not to have to do it. It should only be one board, not all of them. But anyway, let's give this a little bit of a fiddle, see if it works. If it does, congratulations, good, good. If not, then we'll go to plan B. Now, let's just go straight to plan B because plan A is not going to work. So I'm going to pull this out. Start again. Alright, we're going to start with this section, but I've got a feeling we need to take that back board off, which means mattress out. But anyway, let's start here. So this is one of the reasons why I only put 2 screws back in, is because I knew I was going to have to come back in here for something. Alright, well that's where we got to go. At least it's straighter, so this might help a little bit. Show you guys where we're going, where we're at. So we got, this is the little channel which goes to the other side of the boat. So it's only about 2 meters, shouldn't be too hard. Famous last words. Let me get that cable and we'll try. Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare. Ain't no way I'm going that way. Alrighty, so I've just realised and remembered last time I pulled something through, I left a couple of extra pieces of string so I could pull through, but I forgot I'd done it. So I'm going to clip this off, attach that to the cable, pull it through. I've still got 2 more because I put 3 of them in last time. I just forgot I did it. It was ages ago. It was when we first had the boat and I was trying to rewire something to go up to the helm station. So let's attach them and it should be good. Alright, see if this works. I'll take you with me. Piece of string is in here. Just hope we don't get stuck on something. There it is! Yippee-yi-yay! Alright, so that worked. I got that thrown through. So now I'm in, well, our cabin basically. In our cabin we actually have an access point to above the fuel tank. So we've got our fuel shut-off valves and everything here. So what I need to do, it's kind of a long stretch, but I think what I'm going to do is just curl it up and throw it in that direction and look from the engine room to see if I can see it or reach it. Let's just see what we can do here. Miles off. Miles and miles and miles off. Alright, I'm going to have to empty the locker with the water maker and all the paint and everything. I have to empty that, pull it through and then push. Nothing is ever easy. Anyway, give me a minute, guys. Alright, so we managed to run the cables all the way through. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to jump into the engine rooms. I'm not going to bother taking the camera, it's pretty tight down there what I've got to do. But all I've got to do is connect up 2 cables. It's the plus and the minus, it's simple as that. The cables are now run basically to the back of the navigation station. So if I do those quickly, connect those up, then we can tidy everything away, connect it in the back of the nav station, and then, fingers crossed, turn them on, it all works. So I'm not going to tidy away until it does. Anyway, let's give that a go. I'll be back with you in probably 20 minutes, half hour. Alright, so starboard side's all done, all set up and all connected. Port side, I got it ready. The cable's nice and long, so I can do it here in the cockpit. So I've got my shrink protection on the cable. I've got my little connectors on there and some shrink ready to slide up once I put those on and heat them. So yeah, just connect this one up, and then it's back to the back of the back nav station to make the last 2 connections onto the switch. Alrighty guys, so that one's done. It's all wired up. I've wired it up onto the nav station here, this little button. I've got to find my stickers. I have some little stickers that show what things are for. Gonna have to dig around. You know what it's like on a boat, you can't find things half the time. Anyway, so we're gonna wait for this evening. I have checked, i.e. by putting my hand in the water I can see that there is a blue light there, so they should be working, but I'm really interested to see how effective they're going to be at night time, especially in a bay like this one because it's a little bit murky water. But anyway, stand by and we'll get back to that this evening. Looks good.
Kind of hard to see at nighttime, but they look awesome. It'll be cool to see in like a place with really clear water.
Yeah, that'll make a big difference. But I mean, look, to be honest, even backing away from the boat, it looks really good.
So we also had a bit of fun this week. We did a bit of demolition at our friend's restaurant. They're remodeling the bar and restaurant before they open up again. It was a lot of fun hitting things with sledgehammers and breaking out the old bar.
In the middle.
Hi, Fox. So this is Foxy's favourite spot to sit, by the way.
She likes the shelf.
Yeah, she likes to go in and out of the windows too, so you might see her do that. So at the beginning of this video, Davy said that we had an exciting announcement, or an exciting bit of...
It's more of an idea,
yeah.
I think is the right way to put it. It's something in the direction I think we want to go. But instead of trying to do this, if you like, and not tell you guys until it's all arranged, we thought we'd reach out to you guys, because maybe you know some people that can help us.
Help collaborate.
Collaborate with us. Help as in, that's a big word if you like. Because we're not 100% educated on what we're thinking about doing. And we know there's a lot of you guys out here that maybe are better educated, or you know somebody in the field which will actually be able to help us out. So the idea is... Foxy. Alright, the idea is, guys, sorry, this is real, we're going to do one cut on this. So the idea is we're thinking about making this a fully electric or possibly hybrid electric catamaran, i.e. we don't put a mast and boom back on this boat. Yeah. We put on the top, we put a massive array of solar panels, electric motors in, possibly a backup generator just in case of 3 or 4 days of no sunshine. Yeah. But we're not sure which is the best way to do it. And we've heard from a few people. We've heard from a few friends of ours that maybe we keep the 2 diesels, because we have the 2 diesel engines that are still working and still in good condition. So why not keep those and put in bigger, the pods, the electric pods. Also put bigger alternators on them. Yeah. So we could use them to recharge at night time. And also, instead of putting the rudders on, we put pods, electric pods down those ones. That's another idea. Another idea was
get rid of one diesel.
Get rid of one diesel so that we keep one as a generator and put an electric in the opposite side. Another idea was keep the diesels, keep the rudders, and also then underneath where our beds are, you've seen that in previous episodes where we've opened those areas up, is to put some sail drive type electric motors or pods down from there. So as we say, we don't know which is the best way to go. One of the reasons we are thinking of doing this is we have kind of looked into getting in mast and rigging. So getting mast and rigging is not only that, it's getting the sails that we need, the crossbeam at the front. Right, standing rigging, running rigging, mast, boom, sails, roller furling. This is going to add up into a lot of money. The money that we could spend on mast and rigging, why not put that towards electric? A lot of the people here in the Caribbean, they wait
until there's no wind, and then they motor
and they
to go
motor
east.
to the next place.
So-
So if we could do it on solar power,
Yeah, isn't
and
that better?
motor on the calm days like all the other days that everybody else moves, then surely that's a better way of doing it, or a good alternative way of doing it. Also, we want to try and find a little niche for YouTube and everything else that we're doing. We don't want to be the same as everybody else, and I haven't found anybody else trying to do what we're doing on YouTube at this time.
Yeah.
I know there is a couple of other catamarans, boats out there trying to do this sort of stuff, and I know there's a lot of big companies out there now, and you can buy for $3, $4, $5 million you can buy these solar powered silent yachts and all that sort of stuff, but they're a lot bigger than us. But should we not try and find a way of doing it on something that is smaller, cheaper, and available to the mass market, as in most of us?
Yeah.
Because not many of us have got those millions. I know we haven't. Maybe some of you have, and fantastic, but there must be a cheaper way of doing it. We know we're going to need lithium batteries, we're going to need solar panels, we're going to need MPP controllers, God knows how many of them. There's going to be so many components to this. This is what we're saying. We're reaching out to everybody now. Let us know what you think of our idea. Leave it in the comments. Do you know anyone that works in any of the fields or places that we can bounce ideas off of and learn, so that we don't do it wrong? Let's try and do it right the first time off. And is there anybody out there that would like to sponsor or come alongside, collaborate with us, if you're trying to produce a product or something that could showcase and maybe make it work? Because we've got the base boat, we've made this solid. Let's do something fun with the rest of it instead of doing what everybody else has done.
See.
That's the idea.
What do you
Anyway,
think?
guys, what do you reckon? Leave it in the comments, all right? Share it with friends as well. We want this to go worldwide, because literally we want as many people as possible to know what we're trying to do, so we get the best information possible. So, thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode.